I've come down plot to do a bit of harvesting, and I thought I'd have a check because we had a right load of wind, so I thought I'd check see if been any damage or anything. Got a bit of a shock actually because my broccoli is very much ready. I think it's about to blow, so I'll be harvesting pretty much all that today, which is a job I didn't expect to do. I thought I was just going to nip down and trim the paths and just spray for the blight. So off a quick look, I can't really see much damage apart from I seem to have commandeered a shed in the corner there, metal shed that's all twisted. That's what happens, landowners leave a lot of scrap knocking around. So I'm going to have to try and shift that for it absolutely ruins my fence. So I'll get on with that and then we'll go from there. Right, that's that job done. Next job, I'll spray my spuds. A few people ask what I use for blight, and I used to use Bordeaux mixture, but I don't think you can get it anymore. I think you can get an equivalent, but I've been using this stuff. It's called JBA Blight Guard. It's not that cheap. It's about nearly 20 quid a bottle, but to a 5 litre bottle of water, you just mix 10 ml with this. Which isn't, so it lasts ages. I mean, I think this is 3 years I've had this bottle now. The Bordeaux mix used to be quite dear, you know, when you worked it out. I mean, you're looking at about 4 quid, and that'll give you 2 doses. You know, you have to start spraying fortnightly, so it can tot up a bit. You start thinking, well, I'll just go and buy a sack of spuds instead. So anything to save a few quid. So it seems to be alright, but blight's a battle you'll never win. You can just try and hold it back. So it's that time of year now, so I do suggest start spraying. Fortnightly. You can alternate in between fortnight spraying it with diluted milk, because that's supposed to help a little bit, you know, kill some spores off. You know, whether it does or not, I don't know. It's something I do sometimes anyway. So I'll get on with that. So I'm just going to mix this into a water spray. It's tap water. I'd advise not to use water from your water butt in case there's any spores that are in there. But I should imagine spores are up and about now, because we've had the nice weather. I've had a few blight warnings. With the criteria, I think it's called the Hutton criteria now, where that's been kind of met. So it's just time to keep an eye on things. So I'll get on with spraying these, and then I think we'll get on to some harvesting then. Right, so that's that job out of the way. I think I'll run trim around my paths now, because they were the main jobs I came here to do, and then we'll carry on with the extra jobs. Apart from moving the shed, I didn't expect to do that. That's that job done. Strimming is boring, really is boring. Right, I'm going to take this net off the broccoli. Needs a good tidy up in there. I know that one's about to blow at any point. It's starting to go a bit paler and it's opening out a little bit. So yeah, it's pretty much 100 days I think these have been in. Well, since I sowed them anyway. It'll be on one of my videos. Early March anyway. So most things take 80 to 100 days, with the exception of things like leeks, some carrots and that can take longer. Garlic's another long one. I need to have a bit of a tidy up in here, get rid of some of the foliage that's slug riddled and yellowed off. Just keep my eyes peeled for any cabbage whites don't go in there while I'm not looking, which can happen. I don't know how well you can see this, because this bit of net here won't help, but you'll get the general gist because I'll show me after anyway. So I don't think I've been in here to do anything apart from harvest some greens since I planted them in here, to be honest. So I shall lop the heads off. I thought I'd say, well, this is the pruning knife that Harry sent me, Harry Bibby, I think it's called. So I do use it, Harry. I don't use it for pruning, but I use it for harvesting, to be honest. You know, and if that can't get through it, I've got the old secateurs will do it for me. So we shall get cracking. Put this over here out of the way. The thing about these seed trays, they're quite big, you know, and for carrying stuff in. Not seed trays, they're what they mixing tray, something like that. Right, as soon as I'm down this end, I'll start here. I'm already getting side shoots on this one, I know. Right, try and get in there somewhere. Yeah, first. It's one of the smaller ones, that one, first broccoli head of the year. There's a bucket actually. I've got one here, I haven't even got one here I don't think. Just put some of this foliage in. Yeah, because any of the foliage that's okay and not yellow and rotten, I can give to tortoise. Or compost it, either way, you know, so it's a win-win really. Just making sure I keep the plants fairly clean as I go. I thought it's pointless me leaving any heads really. I might as well take them, and then I need to blanch these down and I'll actually eat the side shoots fresh. So all the heads. I've only just run out of last year's broccoli. I think I grew 30 odd heads last year, so it does get used. But mind you, there's less of us now. It's just me and my dad at home. And and he's not really a veg man, to be honest. Try and get in here and do this one, not standing on everything. So I do really need to think about what to do next year, because there's no point doing it if it's not getting used. As much as I love doing it, it is time consuming, and I don't mind doing it if it's getting used, but if it's not, it's just a pointless sort of thing to be doing. As hard as it would be, well, it's a possibility. Or I don't know. I've had ideas of just having a little break from it and just kind of doing a bit of prep work and maybe just growing in one bed for a year next year. Like I say, it just depends how these other plots go, because I don't want to invest much time into it if they're going to give the site up in 6-12 months. I hope they don't, because they are starting to clear some of the plots, well, so to speak, anyway. But, like I say, there's no point growing your own if you're not going to eat it. And to be honest, I'm not a major fan of veg, so it's only because I grow it that it makes me eat it. So get a bit of health from the fresh air, and because I eat the veg then. Otherwise I'd quite happily sit down and chunk into Big Macs and kebabs all day long. It's like at first I used to just grow potatoes for chips, that was it. All I was interested in was chips. I do like the baby spuds now, so I might have a poke in a couple of weeks. I might have a poke at a Dukey Yorks. I do like them because they're a good first early for roasting. This knife's doing a good job, Harry. Hey. Pulled that one a bit hard, started pulling the plant out of the ground. So they've not even got massive roots on them either. Just trying to firm him back in. Hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, they're not a bad size head. I say I don't know how you can see this, but if you start seeing them go a bit like large buds, it means they're gonna get ready to blow soon. So these are Equeals. They're a good plant, 'cause they're quite a compact plant really, they're not humongous. Pretty quick to crop really. Now I'll probably harvest side shoots for 4 to 5 weeks. So I need to decide if I'm going to grow a second crop of broccoli, because I'd have to sow it within about a week, so that when these are finished I've got some more ready, because the cabbage will be kind of finished around similar time as well then. So plenty of broccoli. Hope I've got enough room in the freezer. Yeah, I'll keep a few heads fresh to eat over the next week or so until the side shoots start pumping out. But yeah, I could really do with a little bit of rain. Make sure I've not missed any heads. I don't want to come back and see an absolute load of big yellow flowers everywhere. Yeah, that's all the heads. Side shoot there, take that. So I don't mind little tiny side shoots. They're alright like that, they're all good in stir fries. Oh, I can see a head over there. Not a massive one, I could leave it for a few days, but I don't leave it a week. So that's all the broccoli. Well, the first batch of broccoli for this year anyway. So I'm not going to video all the side shoots because they just get a bit boring doing that, I suppose. Keep seeing someone. I mean, if I'm down here doing a general harvest video, then I'll have the video on. But have a quick nosy at these. Oh, I don't even know if you can see that because I'm still using my phone. So yeah, I don't know how many there is. 15, I think, something like that. 15 heads, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 15 heads. Biggest one's probably that's that sort of size. I mean, that is a big head. It's but to be honest, I quite like them at that size. It's a good meal at that. But there's to be plenty. I got some freezer bags last night when I went shopping, so that's a job for later on after I've done another potato reveal because it's gone past the 100-day mark for them now. So I need some more baby spuds, so I'll be doing a reveal on them as well. So I need to do a bit more harvesting of some spring onions and all that lot now. Time to get some more spring onions. I've been taking a few. It's a lot easier growing in these little clumps like I do. There's still loads to go through. I mean, I'm looking at some onions. They're looking a bit pasty on top. I don't know if there's some mildew on the way. I don't know. On the other ones, I'll keep my eye on them. Santero are supposed to be resistant. So there's a few little signs that I'm going to have to watch out for. I've just spotted that. I don't know where you can see that. That there is rust. Only a tiny bit, right tiny bit at the moment, but it means it's about. Which isn't great really, because they've got a bit of growing to do yet. I've got to keep my eye on the garlic and all. That's another thing that tends to come a lot. Right, so I'll get some of these out. It's like pick a bunch, any bunch. Go for this one in the middle. Try and open a bit of space up, I suppose. It's just a case of, it's a beauty of raised bed. The soil's pretty soft and everything. It's just a case of pull the bunch. You can take them home like that and deal with them at home. Sometimes it's just a case of trying to just separate them. So, and you can trim them up at the plot. But I mean, if you've got a compost bin at home in your kitchen or something, it's easy to do it there. That's one bunch there. Show it here. You can hill them up a little bit if you want. Moth there. Probably another nuisance from. And these Ishikura, I think they're called. I like them when they're that sort of size. I don't, when they start getting a bit big, it's a bit much. One more bunch, so I'm not going to be down here for a good week. A bunch of these little ones here, because they're looking a bit pasty at the back end here. So, proper little pencil ones these are. It's a bit more like the size you get in a shop really, that, to be honest. All around here anyway. Oh bugger it, I'll get another bunch as well. The clumpyish one, that one there. It's quite a big bunch. Just it'll all improve airflow, so it's kind of spoils the raw bit taking here, there and everywhere, but some things come ready before others, so you take what's ready. Look at some beetroot's taken all, to be honest. Didn't really intend on doing much harvesting, really, but say it's just as and when get down there. There's a massive bunch of spring onions there, so we'll tie them up. Have it a bit, and then we'll get some beetroot. Right, I'm going to get some of this beetroot out. I don't know how many ready. See, big in here at the back, so he can come out. You know, it's a bit too big for me, that really, but I'll take it anyway. I do take the tops off here for them. I just basically cut them and leave about 1 inch on. I don't eat them fresh. I tend to cook them. I do them in the oven. I don't boil them. Do them in the oven, and then pickle them or have them fresh like to keep alright. I get some of these baby ones that are in. You know, if you twist them out carefully, you can leave its neighbouring one in. You know, I don't mind them that size, little baby beets. Nice and sweet like that. It's just trying to get at them in time. But what usually happens is my sister comes down and I look in the fridge and they're gone, because she likes a beetroot. There's still a lot that's not quite ready. Like I say, you keep like thinning them out, I suppose, in a way. It allows the smaller ones to bulk up. You know, there's some right little tiny ones here. You know, and you can always think, you know, just poke them back in. I mean, they're tiny, but you can shove them back in, and you know, they reroot. They carry on. If not, they die. Another one there. It's good beetroot, like a cluster seed. So it's pretty much impossible to get like one beetroot. I'm not saying you can't. There's one there. Yeah, so they're not too bad. I don't grow veg for appearance, to be honest, because it just gets chopped up and whatnot anyway. I do find if you bake them for a good, you know, hour, or when you've done a roast or something, just bung them in the oven, and the skins just come off dead easy. And the nice like that are pretty sweet. Them there. Right, I'll detop them, and I need to sort some lettuce out and tidy this brassica bed up. So, I'm going to harvest some of this lettuce. I can't remember which one this is, if it's a Frankie Seeds Remain type. They're a bit over the top now, but tortoise don't mind them, so I'm just going to kind of lop it off. That's so. Just take some of the manky out of these off, because there's probably slugs and stuff, and making compost, because I'm not short on lettuce. One thing I'm definitely not short on. A few earwigs, so give it a little shake. All I'm going to do in a second, I'm just going to run it under my tap just to wet the foliage up a bit, otherwise they'll go limp. I'm just going to clean the end up a bit. It's just a case, so I tend to just go around the edge like that and just sort of just kneading it up a little bit. I'll just go and give that a wet. And then it shouldn't go so limp then so fast. It gives me a bit of time till I get home. You don't have to give it too much water at all. It needs a little bit. I'll just sort it out until it gets in the fridge. That's the cost lettuce. I'm going to take a little bit of this mesure for myself. I'm not cutting it yet, so I'm going to sacrifice the bottom layer, because that'll have mud and everything, and then over the weeks because these will keep going for ages. So I'm just going to go underneath and sort of pick a line where I can see where it's. See, underneath there it's going a bit manky, so I'm going to come just above that, and you pretty much just work your way around. You're trying to go for get a clean trunk. Just It's not so much snapping it off, it's trying to twist it off as best you can. As I say, I'm not short on any lettuce. There's no way I'd consume all this lot. You know, and this is like the first pick of this lot, so it kind of just sets the season off for it. And it'll just, the more you pick, the more it'll just pump out. It just gives it a bit of a head start, so it's nice and clean down below. It's just a case of going round and just making sure the trunk's nice and clean. I mean, you can use a knife if you want, just to clean, not cutting into it, it's just making sure you get any of the other foliage off. You know, and it'll sprawl out and open out a little bit at the top side. That's all for the compost bin. And now I know anything at the bottom is clean. That's where I'll pick my bit now. So just go around again. Right back to the stem and just pick off what you want. Obviously, because it's been out of the light as well, there's no bitterness to it. So actually, this Missouri lettuce is probably my favourite now. So it's nice and crunchy. It's a bit more appealing to the eye than some lettuces you get. And any excess, it's safe for my tortoise to eat, because there's a lot of things, obviously with having an African tortoise, that isn't that good for him. And really, the veg isn't great for him. It's supposed to be more grass, so he does eat a lot less veg than he used to. More grasses and stuff like that now. I'm going to take myself quite a bit. I mean, this will limp down a little bit, but as soon as I get in, I'll just shove it in a bucket of water for an hour, drain it off, pop it in the fridge, and it'll be fine for if I put it in a zip seal bag, fine for a couple of weeks. I reckon in a week there'll be more grown back than I've taken. So I mean, I did 10 of these last year, which is way too many, and I've got 4 here, and I've got some at home as well. So these ones here are kind of just space fillers. That's the good thing about lettuce, is you can either treat it as cut and come again, or when you've had enough of that, just take the rest of it off. There's no most lettuce are cut and come again anyway. No, it's just a case of clearing out around the bottom here. You're starting to get a little trunk there already. It just helps keep everything clean. And then if it gets a bit thick again, you just take the bottom foliage away again and start again. I mean, I've got them ones to do, so they're not getting done today. So by the time I get to them, there'll be a lot that's gone rotten. He's trying to just prevent it actually completely rotting off. So you're better off to just throw some away than actually lose a whole plant. Because, like I say, I mean, there's probably enough here to keep me going in lettuce for the rest of the season, just with this row here. But, you know, Kane will my tortoise will easily consume that in one day. You know, so I need to grow a lot of lettuce for him, really. So I'll get on with the rest of the jobs. Well, sorting out his brassica bed. Right, that's all the stuff harvested, so I'm going to carry this lot back over to the van. So I thought, well, while I'm here, we'll have a quick look around everything else. The battery's running low on the phone, so I'll have to be as quick as I can. So spuds, like I said, they're still growing. Still plenty of lettuce. Peas, nets off, they're tied back to support them. Good job on all the wind we've had. French climbing beans have had a bit of a beating. You know, some that's I might just tease round before they grab onto a neighbouring cane. So it's just the wind that's done that. I mean, they'll probably grab on again at some point. Just keep my eye on them. like that one there, it's just hanging around in limbo, and if I don't sort it out, it'll probably snap off. Sweet corn, I'm wondering whether to snap these suckers off here. I don't know, might do it next time. There's something I tend to do sometimes. I'll take some of these bottom ones out here, you know, because they'll sap the life out of the plant. Courgettes, I'm looking a bit sorry for herself, but they'll come round when they get a dose of rain. Because I think somebody's been helping themselves to my water butts. Oh, which ain't great. French climbing beans, they're in there somewhere. They'll all come up, but I'll just leave them at that now. Like I say, onion bed, you know, it's getting a bit like pale looking there. Not too concerned at the moment, but like I said, I had a little spot of rust on my spring onions, so I just need to keep my eye on things. I had powdery mildew last year on them, so let's keep my eye on them. Wind's getting up again. Garlic is as it was. It's looking a bit pale. You know, I think I'm going to get rust on it pretty soon, I think. Cauliflower, I need to clear that bed out a bit, but not today. I haven't got time. Things are starting to twist down inside like they do, so it means there'll be a collie beginning to form soon. Probably another 4 weeks. Well, I hope anyway. Give me a chance to get everything else sorted out. Not much else has changed really. I've got a big gap in my spuds here. One that's trying. It's a weed there. I'll have to pull that out before I go. Fruits, strawberries, starting to struggle obviously. There's plenty of strawberries on them, but I'm not too fussed with them this year. Like I said, I need to sort another strawberry bed out, which I might end up doing in my asparagus bed yet. These peas, starting to get some pods on. These green shaft. Giant sunflowers don't seem to be growing at all really. Well, they're growing a little bit, but not much. Just lack of water. Oh. So that's usually full of water. Someone's been having a go at my water and taking all my water. But yet someone's dumped an empty water bottle in my plot. So, cheers for that, whoever that was. Blueberries. There's a lot been blown off them. I saw it when I was strimming and there's a lot been blown off. But still plenty of berries. When the wind eases off, I mean, like clusters of them everywhere. So raspberries, I'm just going to forget about them. I think leave them to it this year. So all in all, that's it for this video from the allotment. So I'm going to go home and start filming another video now, which will be for the garden, which will have another potato reveal. So take care, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.